Hi, my name is Keith, and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about the power of gratitude and the effects of gratitude and the lack thereof. What am I talking about? What do I mean lack of gratitude? What is the importance of gratitude? Why is it so important? It's because, and I'm going to have my videos being a lot more interactive now, I'd like you to take 3 problems or 3 issues you're currently facing right now. And just go inside your mind. Ask yourself, just be like, go inward and be like, what's the opposite of my problem? So say out loud 3 problems you guys have right now. Okay, if you could have named 3 off the top of your head, wonderful. But if you couldn't name 3, okay, also wonderful. If you have to think about it, then your life's pretty good. And the thing is, all of our lives are beautiful and amazing, but we have to look at it as the bright side of things, or things will start getting dark. What happens if you take a paper napkin and you put it in a fire? Or let's just say you take a paper, you take a piece of paper and you put it in the fire, and you just leave it in the fire. The paper napkin will catch on fire, and the fire will expand. The fire represents your focus. It represents light. It represents where the energy is at. The paper represents basically what the situation is, the focus of the situation. And now, instead of not adding that to the fire, you added something to the fire that didn't help the fire. Let's say you put the fire out. What a wonderful example, Florida Stone Man. Well, my point is, if you add to the fire, it'll get bigger. If you put the fire out, it'll get smaller. If you have a fire that you don't desire, instead of making the flame go higher, I'm Mr. Dr. Seuss over here, put the fire out that you don't want to grow by not focusing on it. And the fires that you do have around you, add to it. How do you add to this fire? With the energies of gratitude. And the problem is, most of you, because let's just represent, there's several different fires, flames, lights in our life that occur, and we're not really aware of them like that. Like, let's just say we're not 100% fully aware of what we're giving our energy to. That's the importance of tracking and self-identifying where our energy is going, our thoughts, our beliefs, because let's just say, okay, those 3 problems that, if you guys said those 3 problems from earlier, ask yourself, okay, what's the opposite of this problem? Am I focusing more on the problem, or am I focusing more on the opposite? So if you're focusing on the problem, you're kind of adding to it if you're not putting in the energies to solving the problem. So if the problem is there, and you're focusing so heavily intently on the problem, but you're not focusing on the fires of the solution, guess what? That fire is going to grow, and the fire of your solution is going to dwindle down and wane. Now, because as above, so below. So when it comes to the effects of gratitude spiritually, how can you make a fire you want to grow to become bigger? Let's just say, and there's 2 aspects to everything. I'm going to use as above, so below more often. The Magician card in the Tarot deck. I don't know what he's doing in the Tarot deck, but so as above, so below. It's been a while since I've seen. I don't know what he's doing. He's not dancing. He's not. It looks like the Jersey Shore. It's like. Okay, back to the example, but as above, so below. So take a problem you're having and picture the opposite of that problem. Give the opposite more energy of gratitude. So sometimes you do have to fake it till you make it, right? So focus on, this is stuck in my head now. It's just like, that's the thumbnails. I gotta I have fun making these videos, but back to my topic, but okay, back to the topic of the gratitude. So basically, take a topic of gratitude. Just, for example, if you're focused on money, that can be an amazing thing, and I hope my videos cheer you up because I have fun here. Okay, so if you're focused on money, which most people are, you have to you have to focus on which part of the money. I'm not resetting this video. You guys have to see what Florida Stoneman's videos are like without any editing. People edit their videos all the time. My videos are 100% natural. Okay, so back to the topic. When it comes to money, people are focused on money, right? That's the topic of a lot of people's problems, like their solutions. But when people are focused on money, sometimes they're not focused on the solutions rather than the problems. Or if they're focused on money, they're focused on negative aspects more so the positive aspects. And whatever you focus on grows. I have a manifestation method that I taught in my YouTube shorts that I'll be releasing tonight. Basically, and this is really cool, how can you manifest something? By putting it in your subconscious belief, by adding what you're grateful for. So the gratitude, I mean, you'll see me talking about gratitude very differently in this video versus how I talk about it in other videos. When it comes to being grateful, not many people are very conscious of the energies of gratitude, and sometimes you can do it in other ways other than saying, I am grateful for this, I am grateful for that. Yes, we do say that, but sometimes we don't know where, in what alley of our life we're not grateful, because then we'd be correcting something that we didn't know. Florida Stoneman's here to teach you about something that you don't know about yourself versus something that you already know, because that's not helping you. Why would you, if you're doing something you already know but it's not fixing the issue or what you would like to change in your life, why are you using it? Why? So I'm getting you guys to really ponder the energies behind certain things. So back to the topic of money. So ask yourself, I mean, you guys ask yourself this question anyway. I want to teach you an extremely powerful manifestation method. So a lot of you ask yourselves the wrong question because little tiny questions that you ask yourself throughout the day constantly manifest. They constantly manifest throughout your reality. If you don't believe it, I'm going to give you an example, and you guys will be kind of freaked out by this. How did whoever's watching my video right now see so many butterflies over the next course of a week? Like, how did you see that many butterflies on your phone, on your TV, outside, in artwork? Like, how did whoever's watching my YouTube video see so many butterflies? I promise you. Come back in a week once you see a week's worth of butterflies everywhere you go. Or, and this is gonna really freak some of you out, but this is here to wake you up. How did whoever's watching my video right now see the numbers 888 constantly throughout the entire week? What in the world? You guys will come back in a week from now and be like, I saw 888. This is something that we're manifesting, that we're being conscious of. Because when you ask yourself a question, how did, there's a system in your mind, in your subconscious bank. The subconscious, basically when you hold this information, that'll try to prove to you. So if you ever ask yourself, how did this person stop bothering me? How did they stop bothering me? Versus how is this person continuing to bother me? Like, how is this person even around? Now, if you ask yourself, how is this person still here? How is this person still bothering me? Which you shouldn't let anyone bother you, but we're still human. If you ask yourself, and you'll see them bother you more if you ask, how does this person keep bothering me? Like, why is this person here? Like, can this person just leave? Jeez. Versus if you ask yourself, how did this person vanish? How did this person just leave me alone? How did this person, and you'll notice, like out of thin air, they vanish. They disappear. They leave you alone. So this is a manifestation method as well. How do the energies of gratitude play into this at all? It's because what you're focusing on is something you're subconsciously grateful for. So you're like, well, sometimes you guys are wishing for the wrong things. You're like, you're kind of grateful that they're making noise, or they're just getting mad at you, or venting at you, etc. If you keep validating it. But if you're validating something that hasn't happened yet because it's the opposite of your reality that you want to be existing. So if that person is trying to bother you, trying to yell at you, scream at you, cause you some kind of dismay or anger, and you're paying attention to let's just say, how did this person leave me alone? It's kind of like you're saying you're grateful for them leaving you alone because that's your focus. What your focus is and what you're focusing on is the center of where your gratitude energies lie. So the biggest problem with gratitude and people saying, I am grateful for this, I'm fully grateful for that, I'm fully grateful for this, I'm very grateful for that. People will say one thing, but their actions will do another. This is how you align your energies of gratitude with what you're manifesting to actually play out. Because when you say all these affirmations, and that's why I don't teach affirmations as much, because people will say one thing, but their actions will do 100 things, 100 times different from whatever they say. How did this do? Because you have to ask yourself, for the people who are noticing, for example, let's just say money is leaving your bank account. If you say, how is this leaving my bank account? Ask yourself, and try this week, because it works. It's kind of scary on how fast it works. It's really scary. And it's not scary, it's awakening. And you'll teach this to other people and send them my video. But if you ask yourself, how is this much money appearing in my bank account? Like, how? Like, I don't remember this. I don't recall how this happened. Like, how is this even happening? Like, this is, and you ask yourself this question, and I promise you, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked, because it's amazing. It'll put you in awe. Because you could just flip your situation around like that. Because sometimes the things that you wish for are the things which you're focusing on and the things that you're subconsciously grateful for. Let's just say you're having certain family members beef with you, right? But you're responding to it and you're focusing on it. You're flat out focusing on it, and you're putting all your focus in and on the situation. It's kind of like saying to the universe, not to God, because the universe is a mechanism that God made. It's like saying, and sometimes to God, because when you pray for one thing but you expect another, it's kind of like you saying, I'm grateful this is around because it's entertaining. Same thing with the fight. Like, if you have different fights in your family, different arguments, etc., especially around the time of the holidays, if you don't give it attention and you don't give it light, you'll see less of it. It magically disappears and it vanishes from your memory. Like, it's like, it is interdimension hopping, because that reality died off. Now, for example, if you're having lots of fights or lots of arguments, and I don't believe you guys should be around people who you argue and fight with often. That's toxic, and you should remove that. Maybe you should ask yourself how, because people do this all the time. People are like, how do I attract all these different, oh, this is important. Oh, just tap into some gold here. Ha ha ha. People ask themselves, how do I keep making these toxic relationships? How do I keep ending up with these extremely toxic relationships? On a subconscious level, there's something about you that is somewhat entertained, and you're somewhat grateful. You don't need a lot of gratitude, but you're somewhat grateful for the entertainment on a subconscious aspect for you to let it in. Because if it didn't entertain you, it wouldn't be there in any form of entertainment. Am I saying you're entertained by bad or toxic relationships? Not really, but kinda. On a subconscious aspect, because if you knew it consciously, then you wouldn't be doing it, right? So it's basically what we're paying for with our energy, with gratitude, that we don't know we're using gratitude. So if you say, I'm grateful for, and you just flip the scripts, whatever your problem is, just be grateful for the opposite. Just be like, how, and if you're watching this video and you attract a lot of toxic relationships, ask yourself, you'll make one friend this week. You'll make one friend this week. You'll have one person out of the blue just pop up and be like, hi. Ask yourself this question. How do I attract so many healthy relationships? And then just get genuinely ask that, like, how, like, as if, and this kind of pays the energy of gratitude to something you don't know you're paying the energy of gratitude to, because it somewhat entertains you. So you're kind of grateful for it because it entertains you on a subconscious level. So just ask yourself and be like legitimately curious, like how am I attracting? And you can do it in any way you desire. Just be like, how am I attracting all these healthy relationships? Like, you can just say, it doesn't matter, because it'll just pop up into your life. Be like, how am I attracting? Because your brain will try to prove it to you. The mechanism of the universe, since you asked the question, will try to prove it to you. How many times have you asked to see the truth, or asked to see someone's true colors, and all their true colors just spill out? It's because you're asking for it. Most of what you guys are seeing in your 3D realities is what you're asking for. So be careful of that. This is a good example for me in the gym. So, And this happened today. And this is some of the inspiration for this video. Because I wear white clothes, and people are like, well, how are your clothes so white? And I'm like, I don't normally, I don't get asked how my clothes are so white. But like when I go to the gym, I said, no one's really going to ask that. How is anyone going to come into the gym and ask, how are your clothes so white? Like, that doesn't happen. You don't have those conversations in the gym. Like, how is that even going to happen? Right? I saw someone I have not seen in a very long time, and somehow the topic of Christmas came up, and the person being gifted clothes, and he's like, well, how do I get my clothes to be that white? And I'm like, I just stopped. I'm like, I just had this conversation today, and I've been testing this manifestation method that involves subconscious gratitude. And it's just asking how. So I've introduced a manifestation method to you for you guys to change your reality. It's really easy. Flip the tables. So being grateful for something, because you guys, I'll teach about, okay, you guys should be grateful about this and not pay attention to this. And you guys won't, you'll have the same day tomorrow or the same day the next day, and it won't really help you, because if you knew that you were buying things with your energy and time by focusing on it, then you wouldn't know. This video wouldn't be helping you like that. But it is, because I'm teaching you, hey, maybe you're doing things that are coming into your life that you don't know you're attracting based on what you're grateful for and you're paying for with your energy. I hope this video resonates with you guys. I'm going to give you one last example. Now, this is really interesting. Really interesting. I've had people come up to me and say, oh, Florida Stone Man, I've had a bad day today. And I'll ask them, I'm okay. What about your day is bad? And they'll say, this and this happened. And I'll say, how many good things happened in your day? They're like, well, I don't know. I'm going to count them. And there might be 5, 6, 7. When I woke up, I felt amazing. I was healthy, blah, 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 blah. Ate a delicious breakfast, lunch, dinner, saw a friend, etc. And then you spilled coffee on your shirt. And that ruined your day. You're kind of, in a sense, you're paying with your energy, even in the most tiny form of gratitude. Because it's some form of it's where your energy's at. So sometimes we don't know that we're accidentally being grateful for things that we don't want. That's why when people do gratitude affirmations, they don't work. Because sometimes you're saying, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that, but your words, your actions, and your focus is actually saying the opposite. I hope this video has helped you guys. Have fun seeing 888 in butterflies. Let me say something real quick to plant a seed. Let me just think of something. For the people who watch the video this far deep, how did this mysterious chunk of large sum of money just magically appear into whoever's watching my YouTube video's bank account? How? Like, how did it get there? For the person watching the video right now, how did that much money just pop into your bank account? Like, you don't even remember it. Like, how? Like, you've heard Stone Man talk about this like 6 months ago, and like now you've completely forgot about it. And how did this much money just get into your bank account? Like, it must be a mistake. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.